In Only Gunshots to Guide Us, the 5th episode of 1923 Season 2, Brandon Sklenar and Julia Schlaepfer play Spencer and Alexandra respectively. The chapter goes on to describe their battle, which is akin to a dream in which you attempt to get at your destination, yet it never ends. Their love's depth is intended to be emphasized in the writing. Taylor Sheridan puts the characters in danger and goes deeper into character development in this episode. The episode surprisingly excludes contributions from Helen Mirren's Kara and Harrison Ford's Jacob, despite prior week's intense concentration on these celebrities. The fact that Elizabeth will be facing a wolf, a mountain lion, and, I suppose, a gigantic moose in the upcoming weeks gives us a reprieve. Episode 5 of 19-23 Season 2 Recap. Why does Spencer end up in the custody of U.S. Marshal Mamie Fawcett? Dexter's Jennifer Carpenter plays U.S. Marshal Mamie Fawcett, who takes Spencer into prison because if she doesn't, he might die alone. When we last saw Spencer, he had just killed 3 stowaways who had tried to attack him on a train. Sleeping behind a tree, he continues his journey to Montana. Spencer, played by Brandon Sklenar, introduces himself as a retired big game hunter and former soldier who is attempting to return home. But Mamie rejects the idea of coincidence. The Yellowstone region's Marshal Kent and Father Renaud are pursuing rainwater from Big Sky. They call the Bozeman sheriff when they get to the closest jail. When McDowell vouches for Spencer, he is shocked to learn that he is at last returning home. He wants Fawcett to hold Dutton while he urges him to remain still, which is odd. Fortunately for her, she declines. Spencer is let free and boards a train that Mamie has bought. Asking a train worker what has happened to this country, which he fought for, he boards. 19-23. Episode 5 Recap. Why is Alexandra arrested for assault in Season 2? After raping a man on the train, Alexandra assaulted him and was taken into custody. She quickly discovers after boarding that her ticket does not include food. When she requests food, a server calls for the manager instead. He gets Alexandra a job in the dining car as a waiter. The royal family of England now works for food and tips. Soon after, while she pours coffee, a man inserts his finger inside of her. He keeps going. The horror freezes Spencer's wife. She then takes hold of the metal coffee jar and repeatedly hits his skull, leaving a bloody mess in her wake. Alexandra gets arrested right away. He says she was a jealous girlfriend who was upset about his advances. Fortunately, 2 Chicagoans saw the event and called the police. Due to the cancellation of the train to Fargo for the winter, she is freed and taken in by the Good Samaritans. Whitfield prepares for the Yellowstone in the interim. He starts by getting a new girl to visit him. The first body is later dumped by Banner in The Train Station. An explanation of how 19-23 Season 2 Episode 5 ends, which person was killed, runs his horse or us. Marshal Kent? The episode concludes with Marshal Kent and runs his horse exchanging gunfire in 19-23 Season 2 Episode 5, although it doesn't reveal whether anyone was hurt or killed. When Runs His Horse leaves Theonna to look for water, he comes across Kent and Father Renaud. Due to the difficulty of traversing the broad plains without clear landmarks, both groups are currently having difficulty.